I've already realized that isekai animes are seriously weird, and it doesn't cross my mind if isekai could be more weirder than it already is. Well, that doesn't age well, does it? We are already at this peak of humanity where people actually enjoy this piece of entertainment, and no one's even complaining about it. What the actual hell am I watching? How did people manage to get entertained by this peculiar idea? It drives me insane that someone had to come up with a story that is not only interesting, but also sounds stupid at the same time. If you know isekai well enough, you are at the point where you are not surprised by the amount of copy-paste ideas that this genre has. Reincarnated as a hero, reincarnated as a villain, reincarnated as a gambler, reincarnated as an absolute idiot. It's pretty common to see those in a brand new isekai anime. But you know what is not common? Reincarnated as a fucking sword. What part of the earth did the author live on? I mean, it's Japan, and Japan has a lot of weird stuff in it, so what did I expect? But still, what is this? Is this some sort of ideas that will be the meta of isekai? I surely hope not, because it sounds so dumb that annoyingly makes me want to watch it. I don't know how this anime managed to catch my interest, but here we go. So it is a story about a man who died because of a hit-and-run accident. He then opens his eyes and realizes that he just became a sword. A legendary sword, to be precise. Feeling excited about the world he's currently reincarnated in, he explores the surroundings to not only test his ability as a sword, but also gain skills and experiences just by killing off the monsters. But everything can just go right for the MC to enjoy his new life as a sword. When he is exploring a new area, he drops by to a certain forest hoping to see some monster nearby. But he got stuck in the forest soil instead. Unable to use his skills, he desperately tries to look for a master that can lift his misery. Luckily, he is able to find his master, a young girl who fleeing from a beast, and then she grabbed the sword to defeat the monster. She then introduced herself as Fran, and she's calling the sword Chisho. Both agree to adventure together, and the sword will keep track of Fran's life until she achieves her parents' dream, to evolve as a member of a black cat tribe. This anime, to be honest, at first I started it, it was very boring. It wasn't funny at all or amusing enough to be watched, but I'll bear it because I'm still at the first episode. Maybe it'll be better in the next episode. And then it turns out to be more confusing than I thought it was going to be. On one season alone, there's a lot of roller coaster emotion and many genres that make me dumbfounded. Here, if you look at the cutscene or the premise of the show, it sounds like a very generic type of isekai, and maybe some wholesomeness that probably you have the imagination already what it's going to be. But when you go through the entire thing, the show offers you gore, sadness, sugar, epic battle, and a f***ing mass murder of a goblin. I thought I watched a city isekai, not a Goblin Slayer 2.0. The problem that the isekai genre has is that very few animes do not focus on or include a good battle animation. Even if the show intendedly to be an action isekai type of thing, they don't have the budget or the effort to make battle animation feel satisfying. What makes me appreciate Reincarnated as a sword is how they draw the battle animation that looks sick. Whenever she's jumping, attacking, or repositioning her move, it all feels great. It's like you're watching a hack and slash game, but in an anime. The animation makes the battle more immersing and feels so badass. It didn't take me too long to notice how much effort someone had to sit down and draw this all frame by frame. No 3D animation as far as I noticed, but that makes me want to appreciate more watching the entirety of the show. The anime had so much emotion that it makes me confused about the premise of the show at the start. I mean, it's isekai, right? Surely there will be a harem or OP character becoming more powerful like it used to, right? Right? But no! I didn't even know the anime has gore content in it. Sometimes the show turns into a comedy masterpiece, but then it just proceeds to be the saddest thing you've watched in the season. This doesn't make sense, but the one that doesn't make sense the most is me. Why am I still watching this piece of potentially shitty isekai? I have no idea. Rumor has it whenever you finish some shitty isekai, you will get isekai'd by Trump. Just kidding. The weird thing about this anime is the environment. It's odd. I don't know, because of how they draw the world or the color that they use to make the landscape. It looks gloomy, like I'm visiting a graveyard or something. The town feels so lifeless at first, and some area looks pretty much the same even though they are going to a completely different place. And I still can't get over the idea that you reincarnated as an intelligent sword that has so many skills with an adorable master wielding you just to mass murder an entire race of a goblin. I still don't know if I like this anime or hate it. Let's call it, it's a shitty isekai anime I didn't expect to enjoy that much. There's still some cuteness here and there. Fran looks like a child that I need to protect from the bad guys trying to hurt her. But overall, not a bad adaptation. Though, it can be improved, so I will wait for season 2 to come out. Until then, if you feel like my review is incomplete or there is a hunch that you want to tell, feel free to use the comment section and share your thoughts. I will be in my next video, so stay tuned to watch me as always. This is Nee, and have a nice day. Bye!